Hey, everybody. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hello, Scribe.
Hello, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies is with us as well. Say hello, Satsu.
What up, now?
Joining us tonight is Direwolf, the Lord of P something. Say hi, Direwolf.
Hi, Direwolf.
The Lord of PP.
And I am your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey. How is everyone tonight? Let's start with Dire tonight. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. A long day at work, but I'm expecting to have a good stream here and also another stream afterwards.
Ooh, boy, your expectations are a little high.
Yeah, tone that shit down because this is Lords of the Night. Satsu, how you doing today, man?
I'm actually pretty damn good. I had a good day. I got a lot of work done. So,
and we'll leave it at that until it's time to talk about that.
I stopped.
I was actually congratulating you for that. Satsu, how you doing? God damn it, Scribe, how are you tonight?
Oh, is that who I am now?
You are Satsu, goddamn it, Scribe. That is your new name.
Wow. All right. I'm fine. Apparently, many people were not fine with my choice of a multisyllabic word last night on Neuromancy for the secret word. I promise, guys, I will never try to test your vocabularies ever again.
Damn.
That's why they like me. I lowball it. They know what to expect from me.
I'm going to find
my last secret word was secret word.
I'm going to find something next time I do that. It's going to be something that everyone will be able to understand. Just
no,
so
what
you
need to do, you need to pull a sanguine on their asses and teach them a lesson for whining about this one.
Oh, give them the name of some mythical, obscure sword. Somewhere.
Yes, make it even more complicated.
Exactly. And since
your word is Mjolnir. No.
Since nobody asked, I'm doing well, thanks.
Yeah, we don't care.
I'm in pain, but I got to pre-order my Fallout today, so I'm happy. If that makes sense. Yay.
Awesome.
I got to go out with Lady Monkey, and we had authentic Mexican food made by authentic Mexicans.
Oh my God! They're from Mexico.
Yeah, they're actually these people. When I worked at Walmart, they used to come over all the time and send all the money they made back to Mexico.
Sure.
Yeah. But great people, and they such good food. Oh, that burrito today was awesome. If you guys are curious about the name of the stream, I'm not actually going to Compton. That's in the description, so you were not clickbaited. But there's a stream going on right now on the Kill stream where Corinne, for those of you who remember her from the Ice Poseidon adventure,
oh God,
she's going to Compton with a text-to-speech speaker.
you mean the thing that Ice Poseidon invented?
Yes. And she's going to get shot tonight, so we'll all get to read about that tomorrow.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, God, you got to be a dumb motherfucker. Anyway, that's how bad this woman wants to be famous, and it works so well for them. They had like 2,000 viewers. I thought, well, what the fuck? Why don't we have a special event where I don't go to Compton?
There's better ways.
You would think. Thank you, Sarah Plyer. Finally got some sleep. Missed you guys. Please read my story I sent in. #triggered. Ooh.
Oh,
Is that an MSS news story? We'll keep an eye out, but we'll see.
Glad you got some sleep, Sarah.
Yes. Let's see what else is going on. Do we have anything else to share before we get to the news and I get to the stuff I always forget? I remember it, but anyone?
No, not me.
Before we get anywhere else, we do need to stop. And Direwolf, who are you?
It's Direwolf.
Direwolf.
He's Direwolf.
Oh, he's muted. It blends with his fucking. Okay, you need to colorize your avatar so I can see that shit.
Right.
I'll tell you, Direwolf is a YouTuber. He does some very good content, and he asked me when he first started out for some advice on his work, and he'll be able to tell you this honestly or truthfully. If you ask me for advice, I will give it to you, but it will be honest. I'm not mean, but I am honest about it. And one of his biggest problems is what so many of us have when you first start out, just sounding robotic, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard to break out of that, but he does good work. Even his older stuff, the stuff that was a little robotic was good. So he will only be joining us for about an hour tonight. He has his own stream at 10. If I would have known that, I would have invited him on a Wednesday. But you guys know me. I don't think too much in advance. Direwolf.
Yep.
Would you like to introduce yourself? I just gave a sort of introduction.
Sorry about that. I had to run away for a second. Yeah, so I'm Direwolf. I do political commentary. I have my co-host Clyde, myself. We do a weekly news recap today in an hour or so, and we also have a Twitch stream where we do some retro gaming and that kind of stuff.
Ah, cool. No, Joyce, I am not in LA. I am in bumfuck Michigan. Sorry. I would love for you to stop by and say hi, though, if you want to. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button like Corinne's going to get hit in Compton. And share our stuff because YouTube doesn't do it because they're bastards.
Yep.
Indeed.
Scribbles.
Yes.
Do we have news today?
Oh, I've got big news.
Oh,
shit.
big news.
Oh.
And
your prescription for refreshment, Dr. Pepper.
We just heard the refreshing crisp of a Dr. Pepper.
The snap hiss of the refreshment of Dr. Pepper. But before we begin with the news, we actually have a pre-birthday to deal with.
Oh, that's right.
Check your logic. Check your logic has a birthday tomorrow, and so since we're not on the air tomorrow, it's probably wise that we do it now.
Yeah.
Is Check Your Logic here?
Yes.
Good. Let me get my dirty voice on. Check Your Logic. Are you out there? Are you listening? This one's for you, sweetie. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday.
Okay. Oh boy.
Happy
birthday
to
I was not prepared for this at all.
Happy
birthday,
Mr. Check Your Logic.
It's too early for this shit.
Happy birthday to you.
I hope you have a great birthday tomorrow. I really do, and thank you for letting me sing. I fucking love.
That was
part of the show.
my Fran Drescher impression.
And can I say thank you, Direwolf? You're the first person who has not only jumped in there but got the spirit of why we do it.
That was the most beautiful rendition I've ever heard.
Kingslayer Damocles, put Wolf's link in the description. You know, I would have done that already if I had a fucking memory, so I will do that. Well, Scribbles introduces us to today's news.
Oh boy, well, nothing like overwhelming happened today, but a lot of little stories jumped out at me. So unless something has happened in the last, half hour or so, let me make sure that's not the case, because you never know. We could be breaking news again, like we have at least a couple times in the past. No, but still just commentary on things. So, the U.S. intelligence chief, or a U.S. intelligence chief, quote, "The warning lights are blinking red again on cyber attacks. America is literally at war."
Haven't they been blinking red for months now?
Years.
Before you get to the meat of that story, Direwolf, do you want your Twitter tag on here too?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you.
We'll do both. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Scribe.
Director of National Intelligence Dan Coates raised the alarm on growing cyber attack threats against the United States, saying the situation is at a critical point and coming out forcefully against Russia. Quote, "The warning signs are there. The system is blinking. It is why I believe we are at a critical point," Coates said, addressing the Hudson Institute in Washington, D.C. on Friday. "Today, the digital infrastructure that serves this country is literally under attack," he said. Coates compared the warning signs to those the United States faced ahead of the September 11th attacks. Quote, "It was in the months prior to September 2001 when, according to then CIA Director George Tenet, the system is blinking red. And here we are nearly 2 decades later, and I'm here to say the warning lights are blinking red again," Coates said. Coates said the worst offenders are Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, with Russia the, quote, "most aggressive foreign actor, no question, and they continue their efforts to undermine our democracy," unquote. And they have failed at every turn, by the way.
Yeah.
Every day, those countries, quote, "are penetrating our digital infrastructure and conducting a range of cyber intrusions and attacks against targets in the United States," he said. Yeah, like Facebook. Oh no! Some of their targets include the federal government, the U.S. military, state and local governments, and U.S. businesses, he said. Coates' comments come the same day that the Justice Department announced the indictment of 12 Russian military intelligence agents, accusing them of engaging in a sustained effort to hack Democrats' emails and computer networks during the 2016 election and during Obama's administration, which they never seem to point out. Coates referring to the indictments and alluding to upcoming election threats. Sorry, Coates referred to the All right, let me try that again. Coates referred to the indictments and alluded to upcoming election threats. Upcoming election threats? Okay. But said, quote, focusing on the potential impact of these actions on our midterm election misses the more important point. These actions are persistent, they're pervasive, and they are meant to undermine America's democracy on a daily basis, regardless of whether it is election time or not. Russia actors and others are exploring vulnerabilities in our critical infrastructure as well. Hold on. Just a second. These actions are persistent, pervasive, and are meant to undermine our democracy. But do they?
Well, I mean, what they have done, if you're taking Russia's actions, is release the emails and show the corruption of some of our candidates, as well as to spread some misinformation. That's how effective they were. They haven't changed any votes. They've just put misinformation out there and also reveal the corruption of at least one candidate.
How sad is it that it didn't seem to change votes? That's the part that really gets me, because there's no poll that shows a massive swing when any of this information was released.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, if it's almost as if they're operating on a notion that we're still living in like 1980s or early 1990s information dissemination, because if 3 Facebook pages start spouting out a bunch of nonsense, let's just say that's what they did. So does every other Facebook page.
Yes.
It's not like it is whispers in the cacophony of the masses. It means nothing. It doesn't add or subtract to anything that a billion other people are already doing themselves, either personally through Twitter or on CNN as an example. It just...
And to throw in the fact that they also not only were doing pro-Trump Facebook ads that were misinformation, they're also doing pro-Hillary ones.
Yeah.
So they're playing both sides.
Yeah, but don't talk about that.
But Hillary lost, so it's all Trump's fault.
Speaking of which, John Podesta, the former chairman of Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign, reacted to the warning on Saturday, telling CNN's Ana Cabrera, quote, as the director of national intelligence said, the red lights are blinking, but I think the White House is essentially asleep at the switch, unquote. In his remarks, Coates pointed to the indictment as showing, quote, exactly what they are trying to do or what they've done through military intelligence relative to elections. So far, he said, the United States is, quote, not yet seeing the kind of electoral interference in specific states and in voter databases that we experienced in 2016.
We don't need Trump to direct us in our cyber warfare. We do it without his direction. It's kind of what the military and the other branches of the government already do on a daily basis. Just saying.
How about we talk about their meddling and what goes on behind the door, behind closed doors in the White House, and the fact that literally, if a mouse is fucking in the walls, we hear about it.
Yeah.
Squeak, squeak.
If anybody in the White House said, "Oh, this cybersecurity stuff is nonsense. We're not going to do anything about it," we'd hear about it on CNN the next day.
Yeah, like
or if they did, I mean, either way. And you know what? This national intelligence director guy says this at a public meeting. If there was some major threat coming or whatever else, wouldn't they have already acted on it in private?
Yeah.
We do.
Talking about it publicly. I remember now in reference to the September 11th stuff, I remember, and a lot of people probably don't, I remember seeing the news reports months prior to the attack of people talking about there being chatter in different places about things. And it was all very vague and they weren't quite sure. So yeah, there was a lot of, let's say, yellow flags, if not red flags, ahead of something major happening. Now, if that's what they're talking about, if they're talking about there's these cyber attacks or this cyber activity is indicative of something else in meat space going on, okay, legit, that's something to pay attention to. But if this is just oh no, they're looking to fish a password out of John Podesta.
Which, by the way, good job, John.
Yeah, which really, of all the people they have to talk about, this John Podesta, the guy who actually fucked up in the first place. But anyway, yeah, until they tell me that it's something other than either misinformation or lazily put together propaganda that's not going to do shit for nothing, it's hard for me to care.
Even with that, even if they're going, look, there's something going to happen in the meat space. Telling us doesn't do anything.
Right.
One thing that bothered. Sorry.
That's the people who need to know that is law enforcement. Because I can't just start, tackling Muslims in the street because there might be something going on, or tackling Russians in the street because something might be going on. That's not my job.
Furthermore, one of the concepts of dealing with a breach of cybersecurity is if someone like the adversary has discovered a way in, they've breached your security. You don't want to release to the media or to them, essentially, that you know that you were breached. Because if they know that you know, then they know that way in has now been compromised. They have to try something different. Why would they tell the media that they realize they've been compromised? Because then the adversary is going to change their direction of attack.
Well, because it's a win-win for them. Because they don't know. They have suspicions. They don't know for sure. But whether it's true or not, the fact is they're getting people to rally against the side that they want them to rally against. And they're getting people, they're all wide-eyed and eyebrows up, and they're keeping the attention on the people at hand because they want to distract them from all the shit that they're doing right now. Because there's a fuck ton of things that the Democrats or people should be paying attention that the Democrats are doing right now that they've massively fucked up on. And they're doing everything they can to keep eyes away from that as much as possible. So it doesn't matter if it's true or not. As long as they got people looking in that direction, then they'll be fine.
I do want to remind people, just because of John Podesta, nobody that needs your password would have to ask for it. So never give out a password to anything.
Yeah.
So the rest of the stories I've got kind of fall into that potpourri territory.
Oh, cool.
So I thought I'd give our guest the honor of being the Vanna White of the potpourri for tonight. So, Dire Wolf, here are your categories: Big Sir, Georgia Woman, Georgia Man, Gay Men, and Audubon.
Ooh, I know a couple of stories. Let's go with the Georgia Woman. Gotta love myself some Georgia women.
Georgia Woman. Well, yes, there is a Georgia connection to this stream. Georgia Woman arrested after cop appears to use coin flip app.
Yep.
2 police officers in an Atlanta suburb are on administrative leave after their chief watched body camera video that appears to show them joking about using a coin flip app to determine whether a driver would be arrested for reckless driving.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Roswell police officers Courtney Brown and Christy Wilson were involved in a traffic stop April 7th after Brown pulled over Sarah Webb, who was on her way to work. The officers are heard discussing a range of punishments in the video. Early in the discussion, Brown says she is considering arresting Webb for reckless driving. Later, they discuss the coin flip app. One officer says to the other, A heads, R tails. Okay. Arrest or release, I assume. The sound of the app's coin flip is heard, and then one officer says, "This says tails, right?" The other officer responds, "Yeah, so release," followed by the first officer saying, 23. 23 is a Roswell police code for arrest. Video shows Brown arrest Webb. The officer said she was driving more than 80 miles per hour in a section of wet road that has a maximum speed of 45. The other officer. I did have a pepper jack prior to this, so maybe that's the case. I shouldn't be driving. The officer estimated her speed because she didn't have a radar gun. Oh, good. Quote, "It was gross negligence and recklessness on behalf of the Roswell Police Department that they would allow me to go to jail on a coin flip," Webb said Friday. While the officer... Sorry?
You got away with it. Shut up.
Yeah.
While the officer While the officer appears to have used a coin flip in the discussion of the motorist's fate, it ultimately doesn't appear to have affected the officer's decision to arrest Webb. Chief Rusty Grant said in a statement that an internal investigation is underway. Quote, I have much higher expectations of our police officers, and I'm appalled that any law enforcement officer would trivialize the decision-making process of something as important as the arrest of a person, he said. Let's see. Webb told CNN she spent the day in jail. CNN affiliate WSB reported charges against the motorist have since been dropped. Yeah, so there you go.
Well, it just sounds like they were dicking around, even though that is very unprofessional and stupid. It landed on the one where they were supposed to let her go, and they still arrested her anyway. So clearly they weren't serious.
Sounds like a joke.
And she still gets off.
Yeah.
So we still have Big Sur, Georgia Man, Gay Men, and Audubon.
I guess we'll do Georgia Man now.
Georgia Man paralyzed, zip-tied, and used stun gun on a dancer.
Paralyzed.
Yeah. Georgia authorities say a man paralyzed from the waist down paid an exotic dancer to perform at his home and then zip-tied her, demanded sex, and shot her with a stun gun.
Damn.
That's past kinky. Jeez.
WSB TV reported Friday that 31-year-old Johnny Thompson of Decatur is charged with false imprisonment and aggravated assault. DeKalb County Police Detective Chris Tappan says Thompson forced the woman to take her... This is the AP. This isn't CNN. To take her clothes off. CLOSE. To take her clothes off and then demanded sex. After she refused sex, Tappan says Thompson shot the woman with a stun gun and then fired a handgun at her.
Holy shit.
I know. Police say the woman was able to cut herself free and escape through a window. Authorities say Thompson told investigators that he was defending himself.
Of course you were.
From what?
From no sex.
That is the end of the bit from AP. So, but take her clothes off.
He had a sexual emergency, so he was defending himself.
Yeah.
Now I have made that mistake typing like on Twitter or something. Words that sound alike, that can happen, but you are the fucking AP. Get an editor. That's all we've been saying.
Okay, so we have remaining Big Sur, Gay Men, and Audubon.
Let's do Audubon.
Jaguar escapes enclosure at Audubon Zoo in New Orleans and kills 4 alpacas, an emu, and a fox.
Pretty successful night.
Yeah. You'd almost think it was like a born predator or something.
Yeah.
With a captive audience. New Orleans zoo remained closed on Saturday after a jaguar escaped its habitat and killed 6 other animals. Audubon Zoo said the 3-year-old male jaguar named Valero was spotted outside his enclosure by a zoo employee around 7 a.m. Valero attacked 4 alpacas, 1 emu, and a fox. All the animals died.
That must have taken a while, I'm guessing. He must have been out for quite a while.
Yeah, how he got from one pen to another. Kyle Burks, vice president and managing director for the zoo, said at a news conference that Valero was sedated by a team of veterinarians and the animal was returned and secured in his area. No humans were injured. The zoo was closed Saturday, but said it will reopen Sunday. Quote, "We care for these animals every day," Burks said. "We closed the zoo today to help our team mourn." No explanation has been given for the jaguar's escape, but the zoo said an after-action review is taking place, as well as an investigation into how the jaguar escaped. Quote, "We take this situation very seriously, and we're working to investigate everything that happens so we can prevent anything like this from happening again," Burke said. And that's that.
As far as I understand, they had to put him back into the interior enclosure because they don't know how he got out of his outside pen.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that would have been devastating if it was people there.
Yeah, he's a smart cat. So we have remaining.
That was a jaguar and Audubon together.
Ha 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 ha! Monkey. Oh, very good. That's even better.
Yeah.
So we have Big Sur and Gay Men.
Let's do Big.
Jesus. Big
What?
Sir and Gay Men.
That's true.
That sounds like a movie I don't want to watch.
Let's do Big Sir.
Big Sur, as in BIGSUR. Woman survives 7 days after SUV plunges off cliff in Big Sur.
Wow.
Yeah.
An Oregon woman who disappeared a week ago was found alive at the bottom of an oceanside cliff in Big Sur, California, where she survived in the wreckage of her SUV by using her radiator hose to siphon water from a nearby creek. Angela Hernandez, 22 of Portland, injured her shoulder but was able to walk and talk, said John Thornburg, public information officer for the sheriff's office in Monterey County, California. Photos posted on Facebook showed Hernandez sitting on the rocky coastline as she received medical care. She was pulled up by ropes and taken to a hospital, he said, but her condition was not immediately known. Hernandez's Cherokee. I see every time I see Jeep, I want to say Cherokee, but this is a Jeep Patriot, so my brain turned it into parakeet. So now Jeep has to make a car code a parakeet. Anyway, a Jeep Patriot apparently ran off Highway 1, the north-south highway that hugs the Pacific coastline. She was driving from Portland to visit her family in Lancaster in Southern California. She sent a text around 10 p.m. July 5th saying she was tired and stopping to sleep in her car at a grocery store parking lot in Half Moon Bay in San Mateo County, said a missing persons flyer.
Oh, that was an important text, honestly.
Yeah. About 8 a.m. July 6th, she notified her family that she was continuing the drive. After that, no more texts were sent. Calls to her cell phone went straight to voicemail. Law enforcement agencies began looking for Hernandez on July 6th when her family reported that she'd stopped communicating with them. She was a frequent user of social media, and the lack of communication was unusual. Authorities determined that Hernandez's vehicle had been in Monterey County about 9:30 a.m. July 6th because it was captured on a business security camera. The search in Monterey County was hampered on some days by heavy fog, which made air searches difficult or impossible. Late Friday, 2 people walking in Big Sur noticed the SUV wreckage at the bottom of a cliff. They went back to their campsite and called 911. Thornburg said the vehicle landed 200 to 250 feet down the cliff and was partially submerged. Hernandez may have been able to get out of the SUV, but was stuck in the rocky, inaccessible spot, he said. He didn't say if Hernandez had any food, but said she survived by using the radiator hose from the vehicle to divert water from a nearby creek. Isabel Hernandez, her sister, thanked the people who looked for her. We just want to thank everybody that helped, she told CNN. It's day 7, and you guys helped us through the whole thing, and Angela would not be okay without you. That's amazing, honestly. 7 days without food and at the bottom of a cliff. That's crazy.
Yeah, having fallen 250 feet, you said, down a cliff and surviving? Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm still, I would love to know exactly how the terrain operates there, that she was literally unable to get anywhere if she was moving around and stuff. That just seems a little odd to me, but I don't know. Well,
maybe because of her shoulder, she couldn't climb.
Could be. So our last story is a story that should make everyone, or, here, there, otherwise, glad to be living not in this place. Gay men, adulterers, publicly flogged in Aceh, Indonesia.
Shit.
You mean those wonderful places where nothing bad happens because America is the worst country in the world?
Yes, where ethics and morals are so much better because of religion, yo.
Mm-hmm.
As many as 15 people, including 5 women, were punished with public caning Friday for violating Sharia law in Indonesia's conservative Aceh province. 2 men accused of being gay, received 87 lashes each for gay sex, while 9 others were sentenced to up to 26 lashes for adultery. 4 people, one of whom is female, were lashed 27 times for being drunk.
Yep. On the bright side, Indonesia is split between the Muslim population and the Christian population, and there are some islands in Indonesia that are very pro-American and don't follow those laws. It's like 2 different countries in the same country.
Carried out after Friday prayers, the flogging was attended by hundreds of spectators, including children, outside the Baturahim Mosque in Banda Aceh, the provincial capital. And I'm probably mispronouncing all of that. In video of the punishment seen by CNN, people can be heard jeering as the detainees, who are wearing white, traditional cocoa shirts, are brought up to the scaffold in front of the mosque. Others took cell phone video of the punishment being administered by a hooded man while a voice counts the strokes over a loudspeaker. At one point, a uniformed officer appears to instruct the masked whipper where to land the blow. Prior to the sentences being carried out, the detainees were given health checks and declared strong enough to undergo the punishment.
That's nice of them. Huh?
You're healthy enough to be tortured. Thank you. Earlier this year, the governor of the province, Irwandi Yusuf, decreed that corporal sentences be carried out within the city's prison. However, the head of Banda Aceh's religious police, Mohammed Hidayat, said Friday's sentences were carried out publicly because of a lack of detailed instructions concerning the decree. What more detail they need than these should be carried out within the prison?
Yeah.
But they shouldn't be carried out at all. But anyway,
maybe they thought, this is such a repressive regime that the whole place is a prison.
The governor, Irwande, was arrested earlier this month for alleged corruption, according to Indonesian state media. He denied the charge of a misallocation of funds when questioned by reporters. Quote, "There is a graft charge I did not ask and also did not receive," Irwande said. And then they go into some details about how Sharia law operates with this stuff. And so fun times.
Yeah. Irwandi also was very anti Sharia law and violence and was trying to make so the two religious groups were able to live in peace more, in the country. So he was uniformly hated by half the country because he's trying to call for peace.
And just as a side note, Jordan 250 has now merged Satsu and I on a meme image that I've now retweeted.
Oh boy.
Because the way that monkey can't tell us apart, apparently.
I could tell you apart. I just
tailed features in the chat. Goat thrapple. Goat thrapple.
Fuck out of here, tail. Oh god, that's creepy.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Look like I'm about to ask for a cigarette.
Okay. Is that all we have for news tonight?
That's all that I pulled up, yeah.
All right. With that out of the way, guys, let me get my newscaster voice on. If there's a story you'd like us to read on the air, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News over on the Twitter machine. We can't get to all the stories, but we do thank you for every submission. Scribe.
Thank you, Monkey. So I'm going to scroll down and try to find Sarah Plyer's story because she wanted us to read that one. Who's got the baby?
It's Satsu. He stole one.
Satsu, did you steal a baby?
What? Okay.
Please return the baby.
I have Sarah Plyer's right here at the top.
Oh, do you? Okay, go for it.
I'm waiting for it to look up. Out of respect to the local tribe, the city will remove a stained glass window that depicts the battle at Battle Creek. Excuse me. The headline from a September 1967 Battle Creek Inquirer poses a question. Is City Seal racist? The question arose after a regional director of the Michigan Civil Rights Commission backed the then called Seal racist and violent. The seal, created when the city was incorporated in 1859, is meant to represent the legend that gave Battle Creek its name. The battle took place in 1820, according to sources in the 1967 article. Historian Ross H. Collar wrote in a centennial document that the local Native Americans met with a surviving party that was led by Colonel John H. Mullet, a U.S. deputy surveyor, who was sent to establish the county, township, and section lines. The surveyor suffered depredations at their camp, which included the disappearance of food, Collar wrote. The surveyors were one day surprised by Native Americans at their camp. There have been many thrilling stories written concerning this incident, including drawn knives and brandishing of tomahawks, but Colonel Mullet said the Indians were merely ejected and advised not to come back. The seal, though, shows a man believed to be the white surveyor standing with a clubbed rifle above another man believed to be a Native American who is not standing and has his hands up. He's kind of standing. I will send the story out to the chat so you guys can see it and judge for yourself if he's standing, because his feet are both on the ground. I don't know how they stand in tribal countries, though.
Tribal countries.
Yeah, they're their own country.
Oh,
Seriously. The seal has been mostly replaced by what is considered a city logo. The logo shows the faces of a white surveyor and a Native American with the city skyline. Oh, maybe this is the new one. No, because that's not a city skyline.
You got a super chat monkey.
They're getting rid of that. And thank you. I got to bring it back up. Sorry, guys. When we read, it's hard to catch these. Thank you, Flair Fritz. So if Scribe and Satsu fused, would he be called non-Arthur Dark because of his skin color?
Non-author.
Author. What did I say? Arthur?
Yes. Like King Arthur.
Don't
Well,
correct me.
no. I made up that name long before this mistake by Monkey, so no. It would be called Satsu Too Light or something. Let's see. This one comes from Jim Heelis. This sounds about as sane as it sounds. Feminist professor, that's your first clue. Feminist professor says host of celebrity wing eating show oppresses women with hot sauce mastery.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Quote, this YouTube show creates, maintains, and manipulates inequitable gender hierarchies.
How?
Tulsa University professor of media studies and feminist Emily J.H. Contois, I think I'm saying that correctly, wrote,
with a degree like that, all you can really do is be offended.
Contois. I'm assuming it's like Contois, like menage a trois kind of thing. Wrote an academic paper. Even though it's not there, I'm going to put quotation marks around the word academic.
Yeah.
Attacking the popular YouTube show Hot Ones. I've never heard of it.
Wow.
In which celebrities are challenged to wolf down spicy chicken wings for promoting masculinity and emboldening gender stereotypes. The paper was titled The Spicy Spectacular: Food, Gender, and Celebrity on Hot Ones, and was published last week on Feminist Media Studies. Is this even real?
I can't imagine anyone would actually care about such a study.
This is on pluralist.com. I'm assuming it's not like the Daily Mail or Daily News or something, or Weekly World News. Let's see. Contois argues that the 3-year-old show has failed to consistently book female guests who are afraid of the social consequences of eating chicken wings.
So that's their choice.
Wait. The social consequence? What? I don't know. Somebody tell me, what is a social consequence of eating chicken wings?
So, well, this goes back to the whole chips thing. You know, girls don't like to eat in public, you know, especially something like chicken wings where it's really hot and you're going to have your mouth open and you might have snot running down your nose from eating it.
Have they ever fucking watched the Tasty channel or that other, what's that other food, the other food one that's on Facebook a lot or whatever? The 90% of the people eating in all of those videos, whether it be fucking really hot food or just really weird food, it's always women most of the time.
Yeah, but eat like 10 ghost peppers and no one looks attractive.
Read the next 2 paragraphs. So.
Yeah. In all that time, only 11 women had been solo guests on the show, a stark underrepresentation. Fewer women agree to come on the show based on the ways that chewing chicken wings during an interview conflicts with culturally constructed feminine conventions. Beyond that, Contois believes that hot wings connote masculinity through association with sports bars and man-oriented events such as the Super Bowl.
Fucking chicken wings are masculine now.
This is the best part. Sean Evans, I can't read today. Sean Evans, the show's host, also came under scrutiny. Contois suggested that Evans, whose hot sauce mastery and white heterosexual cisgendered everyman brand of masculinity anchoring the series, was himself embodying the misogynistically voracious attitude. Quote, he enthusiastically poses quirky questions to his guests, she wrote, all the while never struggling to eat all the wings himself.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Are you fucking serious?
Okay, yeah, no, okay, next sentence. Is wing shaming a word?
Fucking wing shaming.
No, the author of the article wrote that, not her. He wasn't quoting anybody there.
But that's what we're at.
Yes, I know, I understand. But all to say, just to make sure everybody's clear, that was the author of the article, not the paper writer. Not that it matters all that much. Okay, I'm done reading this because it's almost done anyway, and there's not much left to say. But this is I continue to be, I shouldn't be, but I continue to be amazed at just the inane stupidity of this shit. And that someone who is a professor, they get paid to teach people things. This is what their career is based on.
Can you link this, please? Oh my god.
And what does she want him to do differently? Because he's not keeping women out of the show. He's inviting women. He's not doing anything sexist. And chicken itself, I mean, if the women think there's a negative connotation to it, he didn't create it. The chicken didn't automatically have that negative connotation. It's not his fault. What you want him to do differently?
He needs to switch his channel to tea drinking.
I put the link in the chat for you.
That would never be as successful.
No.
This bitch, she needs to headbutt a 10-inch nail.
This is why I talk about academia, because these idiots, they have nothing better to do than sit around and find shit to bitch about.
There's someone out there who's who's spending lots of time and money trying to cure cancer, and what's she doing? She's complaining about chicken wings on a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
people are eating masculine chicken wings that are associated with football and make women look funny when they eat them.
I'm sorry, but you're achieving nothing in your life right now. You're adding no value to the human race by your research on chicken wings.
Okay. Next one we're going to go to comes from Ninth Life Cat. Don't know that one. This is not a happy story.
The secret word is chicken wings.
North Carolina woman charged after tying puppy to truck and driving until it died.
God damn. Really?
A North Carolina woman has been charged with animal cruelty. Is animal murder a thing? I don't know. After she allegedly tied a puppy to a pickup truck and dragged it until it died. The woman, 45-year-old Gloria Mitchell, was reported to be intoxicated at the time of the incident, which occurred at a local motel. Earlier this month, Mitchell reportedly tied the puppy to the front of her pickup truck and dragged it around even after witnesses at the Knight's Inn told her to stop. There was a lot of screaming in the background when one onlooker called authorities. The police report detailing the incident said, according to the news station, Jesus, that was an interesting exception there. Mitchell allegedly crashed the vehicle into a U-Haul van after the dog died.
Am I the only one who
throw in a box
thinks of National Lampoon's Vacation?
Shit.
Okay. Anyway, I throw her in a box, throw away the key. Let's see. This one comes from Subcon Jazz. Man suspected of attacking wife with chainsaw was deported 11 times.
Yeah, maybe we need some sort of, I don't know, barrier to keep them coming back in. Maybe some more personnel to catch them. I don't know. This is ridiculous. 11 times.
A man suspected of attacking his wife with a chainsaw in Whittier has been deported 11 times since 2005, immigration officials said. Alejandro Alvarez Vallega attacked his wife in their home Wednesday with their 3 children inside, according to Whittier police. The 32-year-old then fled the scene in a stolen car. What a winner. The woman was transported to a local trauma center where she underwent surgery. Quote, she's currently recovering and expected to survive, Scoggins said. I wonder what the damage was.
It sounds bad.
Immigration officers have lodged a detainer against Alvarez, requesting that local authorities notify Immigration and Customs Enforcement before his release to allow them to take the man into custody. I wonder if he's living in a sanctuary city by any chance.
Possibly.
If somebody has the ability to look up Whittier, California, and see if that's a sanctuary city. Let's see. Depending on criminal history, someone in the country illegally who re-enters the United States after having been previously removed has committed a felony punishable by up to 20 years in federal prison, according to ICE. That's nice.
Yeah.
Too bad it's happened 11 times and they hadn't already done it after the second. Jesus.
Well, I'm guessing the narrative here is, well, you know, you can't expect him to behave like a normal person when you keep kicking him out. So he wouldn't have to chainsaw his wife in half if you would stop kicking him out and just let him be.
Yeah, really, Trump is the one who actually caused his wife to get chainsawed. It's really Trump's fault.
I just want to know if the family should be kept together.
No.
No.
Well, he should have been in prison for 20 years the first time they caught him after he came in the first time. That's 11 times. Okay, something ain't quite working there if you're supposed to go to prison for 20 years for coming back in after being kicked out once. I don't know what to tell you.
Eric. ICE can't split up families. Keeping families together is important so they can rip each other apart.
Yes, with a chainsaw. Let's see.
Let's do one more, and then we'll move on.
Let's see. We'll do this one from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. This doesn't sound nice, but apparently she's okay. Mom split like a banana after horror jet ski accident, report says.
Holy fuck.
Okay. A 31-year-old mother is reportedly recovering in a Turkish hospital. That's not good. After undergoing 2 major operations this week to repair several internal organs that were damaged in a jet ski accident on her last day of vacation. Ashley Donnelly said she was, quote, split in 2 like a banana on Monday after she fell off the water vehicle she was riding as a passenger and was blasted by the powerful jet.
Oh, no.
Donnelly, who was vacationing with her husband and teenage son, was reportedly sucked underneath the jet ski while it was being driven by her son's friend. She said the blast, quote, ripped her insides out. In an interview with The Sun, family members claim they are unsure as to whether Donnelly will need a colostomy bag or if she will be able to have more children. They are also raising money to transfer the mother of 5 back to the UK for further medical treatment. Quote, Ashley is really in agony, Stacey Kelly, Donnelly's sister, told the news outlet. She just wants to get back now for the children. She was joking about it to make people feel better, but it's horrendous what happened to her. Ashley is so lovely. She's full of life and bubbly.
Not full of life anymore, but...
Donnelly reportedly suffered a 7-inch tear from the blast that required hundreds of stitches. Quote, hundreds of stitches later, I am in intensive care, but I'm stable, she reportedly told family members. I have another operation today. It's going to be a very long road to recovery for me, but I am alive, and that's all that matters. My babies still have a mom, and my husband has his wife. Authorities with the Foreign Office in Marmaris told The Sun that they are investigating the incident. There's a picture of her lying in her hospital bed with her thumbs up. Whatever else you might say, that is one tough broad.
Faith said Turkish authorities will later execute her for being water raped.
Jesus Christ. Banana wife.
Oh, God. She's got some crazy tattoos on her arm, too. But anyway, I'm glad she's alive, but holy shit.
That's fucked up.
All right, so that is how we close news. There you go. Woman getting split in 2.
And with that, guys, thank you so much for the stories. And I'm sorry we didn't get to more, but our guest is going to be leaving shortly, I believe. So let's get into YouTube time, and we're going to start with you, Direwolf. What you been up to?
Oh, me? I am, as far as YouTube, I'm just working on, a lot of I have a segment I'm doing on war stories, going back and talking about Medal of Honor recipients, how they got their medals, going over some funny war stories like mishaps. We have one story about a Russian plane that flew about half of Europe by itself unmanned because the guy ejected and they kept flying.
Real quick, thank you, Cryptic. She went to Turkey. It's Banana Republic, so I guess it's a split. I wanted to ask you about this, Direwolf, because you are a military man. What did you think of the senator saying that Strazak should get a Purple Heart for having harsh questions from the Senate?
That is horribly offensive. What people do to get Purple Hearts, does not compare to him getting questioned on his corruption. I mean, getting called out for your shit that doesn't get you a Purple Heart. Getting your arm blown off gets you a Purple Heart. God damn.
Yeah. Oh, and before you leave, yes, we do have to make sure we ask you the questions. Is cereal soup, Direwolf?
No.
You're wrong.
Yay!
How do you feel about tongue buttering turtle caves?
I'm no.
Okay, so you're one for one, or you're 1 out of 2, so that's not too bad. Anyway, what else have you been working on? You said you've been you also have your streams, right?
Yeah, so I stream every Saturday. We also do a pretty regular Wednesday stream. Sorry about the kids in the background.
They're fine, dude. You're fine.
And
they're quieter than Satsu's neighbors.
That's true. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. I also put out some standalone videos and then the gameplay on Twitch. Eventually, we hope to start streaming both simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch.
Cool. And guys, his information is in the description below. If you don't see it, you're going to need to refresh because I got it there after we started. Satsu, what did you work on today, sir?
Well, I was going to work on my video about I keep forgetting his fucking name, but the dude who apologized for the Me Too statement or whatever. Henry. Yeah, I was going to do a video about him, and then I ended up finding something much more interesting. I found a survey done by Vox or some companies that are affiliated with them stating that women are very concerned about the Me Too movement and the implications behind it. And a lot of the sentiments in there were very close, if not pretty identical to exactly what he said. But this is a whole bunch of women saying it, and it's fine. It's like, this was a study we did. A whole bunch of women agree with him, by the way. But he's still a rapist piece of shit, so who cares? Even though he didn't do anything, and there's no proof that he has actually done anything, the fact that he made an inquiry makes him a terrible human by default. But by the way,
Steven.
Yeah, by the way, most women agree with you. So it was like 60% of the women who took the survey said that they either had some concerns or just had some general fears about the way in which it's being handled. But for the most part, across the board, they support it, which is, it's a pretty reasonable position to have, all things considered. And it just kind of shocked me when I saw it because a lot of the sentiments that they made almost mirrored what he said. You know what I mean? Like, just men being falsely accused and stuff like that. It was a very interesting thing to kind of just come across when I'm all getting ready to rant about, how he was treated because of what he said. And then I'm just like, yeah, a whole study full of a whole bunch of women who said the exact same thing, literally a day, almost two days after that happened. So yeah, that was interesting. So go check that out. Other than that, the regular lineup of videos over on 2 Cents Plus is there. We are at I think 954, I believe, the last time I looked.
Nice.
Subscribers. So we are inching very slowly, but we're getting there. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, guys. You got to make this shit happen for me. I want to get 1,000 on this channel. So help me out. Head over to 2 Cents Plus if you haven't. But yeah, that's what I've done.
2 Cents Plus is up to 956. Guys, we only need 44 more over there. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. We will be playing the following, the expansion to Dying Light after these messages.
All right. One quick
Scribbles.
thing, if you don't mind. I'm going to be leaving here, but before I leave, I just want to tell you, Satsu, I will help you get to that number. I'm going to not only go over there and subscribe myself, but I'll pitch you out on my channel in this next hour.
Please do. That would be awesome.
So much.
Appreciate it.
The link is below, right?
Yes, it is.
Cool. You guys have a great day. Thank you for having me on. I wish I could stay longer.
Oh, thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you another time.
Later.
Yep.
Scribbles?
I made a quick little fun video today. It's under 10 minutes, which is rare for me, I suppose.
How the hell did you do that?
I know, right? It's a little promo video from a healthcare business hospital organization. I don't know, called Norton Healthcare, and they spend the entire video telling us about how they treasure and value diversity, and that they provide healthcare to anyone, no matter what you are, who you are, how you identify, etc., which is something that I have absolutely no problem with. It's the way they present this little presentation where they start off by saying, when you look at me, who do you see? And they have like every employee in the business do this over and over again. Like, Who do you see? Who do you see? What do you look at me? Who do you see? And then they go, I am an advocate. I am gay. I am a feminist. And I'm like, I am annoyed. And so I have some fun with that a little bit. And yeah, it was just a fun, quick little video to do today because I was like, I got some time and I've done so much like long, drawn out presentation, argumentation stuff. I'm just going to do something fun, something simple, not necessarily any less entertaining, I hope, but you know, sometimes trying to break down a 15, 20-minute TEDx talk or something can take a toll on your brain.
I appreciate videos like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I worked on. And truth be told, I do have a couple other items that are similarly short, ranging in seriousness to funny. So it may be the case if I get really industrious tomorrow, I might have another video out tomorrow. We'll see.
All right. That leads us to, yeah, if you guys didn't catch it, my YouTube thing was promoting our stream later tonight because I haven't done shit. YouTube well, not YouTube fucketry, because we don't just do YouTube anymore. And of course the big one is the headline of the stream. Corinne you're going to Compton.
Compton.
But she refuses to get out of the car. Apparently, it's nothing funny is going on.
Oh, why is she refusing to get out of the car? What, does she think she's in danger or something?
Yeah, you think?
I don't know. What? Tell me about Compton, Corinne. You're there. You're a witness on the ground.
It's funny. On the one part that I did see where she was driving over there, she's lecturing Dr. Dre on how he needs to spend more money in Compton.
What?
Yes, he needs to put more of his money into Compton because there's not enough parks and there's not enough for kids to read.
Yeah. You need to do that while I play this loudspeaker of all the people here being called niggers and all kinds of other fucking crazy shit. That'll learn you.
Mule 1066, thank you. What is the ratio of videos to streams before Monkey's channel is an official streaming channel? I guess that's for each audience member to decide. Otherwise, what was going on in the world today? Oh, this is a great one. We'll just touch on it briefly.
Whoa.
The New York Times, New York Times World actually tweeted this out today. Spain's beauty queen is a transgender activist with a message for school children she visits. There are women with a penis and men with a vagina because the only key part of being a woman is to be and feel like a woman.
Okay.
She just cured prostate cancer, y'all. If you have prostate cancer, just tell your doctor you feel like a woman and it goes away.
Or you just have to sing was it Shania Twain song? Feel like
I feel like a woman. Yeah. God, Shania was so hot. Anyway, go ahead.
People don't understand how easily exploitable that is. It's just like, sorry, this is a women event only. I feel like a woman right now, so
yeah, I feel like one.
Yeah, so let me.
This is a woman's only island. Oh, I'm a woman. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, just like
hear the story about the woman's only island.
Oh
yes. Yeah. Didn't we talk about it on here?
We did.
I think we did. I saw an ad or a big sort of not expose, but like another big article about it, like it was something new. But I guess it's now in full swing, and people are actually paying to go there and such.
One of the reasons I want to talk about this is a response I saw to a response about this article. How do you say here? Ariel Davidson says nothing goes more underreported than the transgender movement's attempt to reduce womanhood to entirely the superficial elements. It's an affront to womanhood and what it means to be a woman.
Right.
This is the reply. No, it isn't. It's expanding the definition of what it means to be a woman or a man. I'm not trans, but I don't feel any less a woman because trans women exist. And here's the part that got me. And aren't you being equally superficial in defining women as solely a human being in possession of a vagina?
I feel like I'm being pretty accurate.
How in the fuck is that superficial? That's not like yeah, oh God. That's literally biology. It is literally science, bitch. Literally science.
Science is superficial, bro.
Apparently, it is now. And again, this is nothing against trans people. I feel horrible for people with dysphoria, and if it helps them to make themselves look more like the other sex, good for them. But you are still the same sex. That never goes away. And what makes you a woman in the sense of, you know, men and women is having a vagina. That is not fucking superficial. Superficial would be hiring somebody based on the fact they have a vagina.
Superficial would be like extending your eyelashes.
For fuck's sake.
Having a vagina is not something that you can just sort of like strap on, for lack of a better phrase.
Chaos, hi, she says, ranting monkey, god damn it. Because Chaos is somebody who often is like, this doesn't represent all trans people. We know that, Chaos. We know all trans people are not fucking crazy. But there's enough of them, and they're getting louder. And this one isn't even trans. This is a I'm not even trans, but just having a vagina doesn't make you a woman. That's superficial. Fuck off. Just fuck right off with that shit.
Yeah. And the only requirement to be a woman is to feel like one.
Okay, now we have to talk about my favorite tweet of the day.
Okay.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh.
It disappeared very fast. I think this was up for less than 4 minutes. But I happened to be online at the time. And this comes from our old buddy, David Hogg.
Ah, yes.
David Hogg tweeted out today. And there's a screenshot on my Twitter. You can go see. I didn't make this up.
Good thing you got that screenshot.
Authority is an illusion to only those who choose to believe in it.
Oh, so David Hogg is promoting anarchy.
Indeed.
Okay.
The guy who wants to limit guns more than they are was tweeting about anarchy today.
Yay.
Tweeting in favor of anarchy.
Yes.
Yeah, and it went away fast. I guess somebody pulled him aside and said, Dave, that's really fucking stupid.
So wait a minute. I want you to take away our guns, and I want speech regulated, but authority's an illusion, bro.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, David, you know, people consider you an authority on something, right?
Thank you, James Colley. A, so the gist of the transgender community is prison rules. B, I got stood up. It's okay. I still got drunk. You actually got stood up, dude? I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, you mean that the 25-year-old chesty girl? Is that? Oh, that sucks.
Did she give you a good reason, or did she just like not show?
Yeah.
Maybe you excited her so much, her nipples were too sensitive to put a shirt on. I'm just trying to help you out here. But yeah, I really did enjoy seeing that David Hogg thing. I'm so happy I was there to see it live, because I read that. I'm like, he did not really just fucking tweet that out.
Yeah.
He's been doing nothing but, I mean, this is a dude who's actively promoting people to vote.
Yes.
For a government. You know, an authority. Oh God, I fucking love this guy. He is my guilty pleasure on Twitter, you guys, because he's a fucking moron and he doesn't know it. He has no clue.
I could just imagine him sitting there thinking, like, I need to think of something really cool to say, something that'll make me stand out, so people could think I'm edgy and awesome.
Yeah, philosophical and shit.
And then his fucking handler was like, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing?
James said she just didn't show. Check and make sure there's no Jeep Patriots on embankments on the way
Jeep
there.
Parakeets. Jeep Parakeets.
Yeah, just in case. I mean, I also saw Alyssa Milano. She tweeted out pictures of the protests in England at Donald Trump. Like, sweetie, it doesn't matter what they do. The whole of Europe could come together in the streets bitching about Donald Trump, and it doesn't fucking matter. Not at all.
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Because we don't belong to them anymore.
Yeah.
James Colley, thank you. It's okay. Still got drunk listening to karaoke. Did you get up there and sing? You could have sang, I would have had the time of my life, but the bitch didn't show up tonight. See, you could have fun with it. Anyway, Satsu, you spend your time on Facebook. What's been anything going on over there for fucketry?
I have been avoiding Facebook like the plague today.
You bastard. Scribbles, you seen any?
I'm trying to remember now because my brain is blank. I'm sure I know I tweeted things about stuff and things, but I don't think it was anything that exciting.
Well, the only other
Sorry.
one no, you're fine. The only other one I saw that, and the only reason I haven't brought it up is because we've talked about it so much recently. Glad tweeted out about Scarlett Johansson backing out.
Oh, yes.
And I really want somebody to answer how if trans men are men and trans women are women, it would matter who the fuck played what role. Right. If Scarlett Johansson couldn't play it because she's not a trans man, could a trans woman play that role? Or would GLAAD have said, "Oh, it's okay because there's a trans woman"? And I haven't got a satisfactory answer to that. Most of the answers I've gotten from the 2 times I've asked it on Twitter are very angry people who are refusing to pay attention to what it actually says. And then the final one I have today is Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke?
Mickey Rourke.
What's Mickey up to?
The other day, Mickey Rourke called President Trump a faggot.
Oh my God.
And I'm a little confused. I know we have some gay audience members, so maybe you guys can help me. Which is worse? A straight male using a gay slur to insult another straight male, or Donald Trump? Because under any other circumstances, and somebody calling somebody that publicly, that's the end of your career. You need to grovel, and because you don't use that word anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he said it about Trump. So is it okay?
I am not someone who can say anything about it because I'm not gay.
I know that there's double standards out there. I know there's double standards, and they're on both sides. But some of the ones coming from the social justice side are just really fucking weirding me out lately. Okay. Thank you, Cassie. The reason you don't get a straight answer, Monkey, is because you're using logic. That's transphobic, or haven't you been told?
No. The reason you won't get a straight answer is because it's not a straight question.
Oh, Scribe.
Am I good or am I good?
Well, in the instance with the transsexual thing, or it's not transsexual anymore.
Monkey.
Trans thing. Why can I say trans but not transsexual? For fuck's sake. Anyway.
That's the rules, Monkey.
Anyway, the reason that one annoys me so much, and I mean this is, it's the same thing to me as the difference between a gay man and a man who happens to be gay. When you have like pride parades and people are like flamboyantly, the most stereotypical thing you can think of, a flamboyantly gay man parading down the street rather than just a guy who happens to be gay. In this instance, we're told that, you have to treat trans women like women. They are women. That's actually what they are, women. Okay, if they are, then what's the big fucking deal here? Because either all women are the same or they're not. And the only people who are making the differentiation here is the people who are going, well, you have to have a trans person in there. Why?
Because they are different. That's why.
But they're not. That's what I've been told. And frankly, that's how I honestly, I mean, if you're going to go that way, fine. I'm with it. Treat them the same. But you can't then go, well, wait. Not in this instance. They're special in this instance.
Yeah. Either they're different or they're not. Like, we know what it is. Like, the bottom line is, like I said, they know they're in a position to where they don't have to actually align themselves with what they actually believe, and they can say and do whatever they want, and people are too afraid to challenge them because they're like, well, that sounds really dumb, but I know I can't say it because I'll get in trouble if I do. So people keep their mouths shut and they won't say anything about it. So they keep that kind of bullshit going. But it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't understand how a system like this has operated for so long on like so many flimsy ass like just morals and beliefs where they're just like, yeah, this system has no structure whatsoever. It's literally just hanging on a fucking platform made of the fucking Burger King straws, and we can just fucking say and do whatever the fuck we want anytime. It's just like, what the fuck, man? I don't understand how nobody is like scratching their heads like, is this what we're fucking following? Is this the movement we've created?
Well, this is a case of them literally saying that trans women aren't women.
Yeah.
Or trans men aren't men.
Yeah.
And if anybody else said that in any other way, it'd be like, you're a transphobe. But not when you're doing it because you want a fucking acting job. And that's what that was about, guys. Don't kid yourselves. It was actors who started this.
Yeah.
Trans actors. Well, we don't get jobs. Learn to act better, jackass. Because there are trans people who have jobs. So, yeah, fuck off. Hypocrisy annoys me.
The internet fuckers I was actually hoping to hear something about was your tweet to Elaine Boozler.
Oh, yeah, I tweeted that out last night. Did she ever answer?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering if she ever did. I doubt
Let's
it.
take a look.
I was just curious if she had.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Elaine Boozler, we read a story or an article from her yesterday where she blamed Milo Yiannopoulos without using his name for the shooting at that paper in, help me out with the city.
Annapolis.
Annapolis, yes. And I tweeted to her, I just said, so in your world, George Carlin is responsible for Dylan Roof. And the significance there is George Carlin once said on stage that he could not wait until people started shooting up churches. And for the record, Carlin also, after church shooting started, went on stage and said how happy he was that it had started. So it wasn't just that he wished it. He went on afterwards and went, I'm glad this is happening. So yeah, I don't know if she did or not. Let's see. There's the tweet. No, she didn't answer. I'm shocked. Cryptic, thank you. Folks, hit up Chaos Eve on Minions Discord if you like to play Heroes of the Storm with her. If you want to play any games with Chaos, Chaos is a great person to hang out with. She plays games with us from time to time. She's been in our 7 Days to Die stream. She's been in our ARC stream. She's always fun. Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody plays any PC games, it kind of doesn't matter what it is. Like, you guys can hang out in our Discord, and there's plenty of people in there to link up with or just talk some shit with.
Besides, Chaos has like 4 billion games on Steam, so if there's something you like, I'm sure she plays it. Can anyone name a trans actor, though, other than Willem Dafoe and Tyler Perry?
Well, there was I forget the first name all of a sudden, but Orange is the New Black. Cox. Yeah. I forget her name.
My wife can name that person. I'm not good with most celebrity names, so that doesn't mean anything. I can name some. Sure.
In Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, they actually had a real person playing themselves, the Lady Chablis. She's trans. I mean, I won't deny there aren't that many that I can name because there aren't that many that are famous per se, or at least that I mean, there are a lot more now, but I don't watch regular TV, so the shows that they're on, I don't even know exist really.
Well, using that same kind of thought, Laverne Cox, thank you.
Laverne, that's
Chaos says I'd fuck her. Oh, Chaos, I love you. Using that thing, how many can you name? Compared to how many women there are in the world, there are very few famous actresses I could name. Trans is a very small subsection of the world. It makes sense that there's a small subsection of actors, and ones that are going to be famous movie actors are going to take even longer to become household names because there's not that many.
That's what I was saying about equal representation. I'm like, y'all make up less than 1%. You're right about there. Like, what do you mean? You're probably overrepresented, to be honest. And I understand where they're coming from. We'd like to see more. I get that, but when the argument is representation based on how many of you there are.
No, but again, for me, it's if the argument is representation, you're talking about a trans man's a man, then that should go in with male representation.
Yeah, well, if they're the same.
God, that fucking and they should be treated. Why wouldn't you want to be treated equally? I don't fucking get it. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to keep going on that same story. Do we have any deep topics tonight?
Not I.
Satsu?
I can't get this fucking because I'm thinking of a video that I want to do tomorrow. And I just can't get the concept because I'm still trying to like calculate how this thing works. Like, how can trans men and men be the same without being the same? And that's where my brain is stuck. If I did have a deep topic, it is gone now because I am like focused on this right now.
We know biologically they're not the same.
Obviously.
But like if it comes to something like a movie role, I would have no problem with a trans man who fits whatever the director's looking for playing a man in a movie. Because when it comes to that, treat him equally. I have no problem with that. And I don't get why people are opposed to treating him equally. Because somebody else pointed this out in my comment. They said, by extension, what they have done is said that trans people should only be allowed to play trans people, limiting the roles they could get. Because what you've just done is say, okay, trans roles are for trans people. And that would mean straight roles are for straight people, gay roles are for gay people, which means we're going to need a lot more men in Hollywood because a lot of them are gay. But yeah, that pigeonholes them just as much as they're trying to get representation. Like, do idiots not see?
Well, maybe that's the trick. Maybe they're like trans men can only play trans people because we want trans people in every movie from now on.
I could get that. Instead of the stereotypical gay friend, you have the stereotypical trans friend. No? Okay. Jim says, woohoo, just got another back at 100 to push Blue Mamba over $1,300. Congratulations, bud.
Yay! Almost there. Almost a quarter of the way there.
No, that is very nice.
It's only after how many, 4 or 5 days? Something like that?
What are we at, Jim? I want to say 5 or 6.
Okay.
With no deep topic in mind, that leads us to advice columns.
Oh.
And I really hope Teen Vogue has an advice column.
Teen Vogue. I'm sure they have an advice column, but is it any good?
Ask Arabelle, what's the best way to get rid of a toxic relationship?
Murder.
Meet Teen Vogue's new advice column and dream best friend.
Oh my God.
Arabelle Siridari? I don't know how to say her fucking name. I don't care.
This person.
Yeah, fuck this bitch. I don't know her name. We're going to skip the one about the toxic one. Let's see. I really like this guy, and over the summer I grew the courage to ask him out. Long story short, he ended up ignoring me, which is quite depressing. That's not funny, but it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
He explained that he likes me and respects me for putting myself out there, but he doesn't want a relationship at the moment because we're seniors and need to focus on the last year of school so we can both go to a good college. I understood that. I understood that, so I backed off, and we're really good friends now. However, since school has started, he's been really flirtatious towards me, and I keep getting mixed signals. I've talked to his best friend, and oh my God, we are back in high school, aren't we?
Yeah.
I've talked to his best friend, and I also talked to my friends about this, but of course, they're no help. I still really like him, but I don't know if I want to keep this friendship the way it is or make it something more. I don't know his feelings towards the topic either because he's been avoiding it like the plague. As you can tell, it's quite obvious. I am oblivious to the brain tendencies of the male species, and I don't know what to do.
Talk to him.
Yeah, like initiate a conversation or fucking stick it out, because he didn't say no. He just said we need to focus on what we're doing. And if you stick by him and focus on what you're doing and get your shit done, then maybe he'll be like, all right, we've done that. Now we can start working on this thing. Because I've seen situations like that where dudes like, I mean, I am interested in you, but I'm much more interested in being successful. So I'm going to do that. Or fucking, if you don't want to wait, find somebody else. Shit, it's not that hard.
Here's the start of the advice from her. Now, to be honest with you, he sounds like a douche canoe that wants to have it all and cover all of the bases without really having to do anything.
A douche canoe.
It's not like he flirts with her. Flirting, it doesn't mean anything, guys. It's just a friendly way to talk with people. I flirt with tons of people. Don't want to put my dick in any of them, except my wife. I flirt with her still.
You know what's funny? Hold on, real quick, before you go any further.
Yeah.
The immediate thing I noticed, because I knew what the response was going to be, especially if it was going to be from a woman. He's an asshole for that, right?
Yes.
But if this was the advice of a dude asking about a woman who was doing that to him, then they would say, you need to respect her, what she wants going on, because she clearly knows where she wants to go in life, and you need to back off and let her do what she's doing. Like, that's what the advice would be. But no, it's a dude who knows what he wants to do and where he wants to go, so he's a fucking asshole.
The worst, I mean, he said, no, I'm not interested. They're friends, and he occasionally flirts. That doesn't make him a douche canoe. You are a cunt.
Not only that, she allows it. She could simply just say, look, I respected your boundaries and I did what you said. If you're going to be flirting with me, this isn't going to work because it makes me feel this way. Right. Bam. Simple.
The girl in this situation, she's a young girl. I understand that. You need to get your shit together. You sound like the kind of person who needs to concentrate on school.
Yeah, exactly.
The person who gave this advice, go fuck yourself. You are a dumb cunt. Jeez, I want to find more from her. The ones that are in this episode suck. Let's see if we can find more from Arabelle.
Arabelle. No. No.
That's the only advice column they gave her. Her advice was so bad they took it away from her.
How old is this entry?
That was from 2015.
She never did it again.
Damn.
No, she writes. Oh wait, no, she did one more time. So let's see if this one has it. Nope, it's listed under the same kind of heading, but it's not. Yeah, they only let her do advice once. Oh, you suck, Arabelle. Oh God, you probably got somebody hurt. You suck. Okay. What's here? Sorry, guys. I wasn't prepared.
Bitch.
This is why you got to prepare, monkey.
I know, but I was watching that dumbass stream. I wasn't wanting. That came out wrong. I wasn't wanting to see her get hurt, but I was kind of wanting to see her get hurt. Wow. Let's see. Flat earthers. How do we get to flat earthers in chat? Talk about the flat earth and why you have to lie about it to keep your platform. Oh, you have a wife. What's his name? Who is this dude?
What?
Are you the dude I was bitch slapping on Twitter today? Are you that mad about it? Really?
Oh,
okay.
What?
All right. I was slapping him around my dick on Twitter today, and he's here being upset. This Jeffrey Allen Bakowski the second. You're the second? I hope the first one was better. Are you a cheap exam, or are you an upgrade? Because if so, wow.
What was the argument about?
Yeah, what was that?
It was nothing. It was fucking nothing. God, I don't even fucking remember what his problem was. He responded to something that somebody had responded to me, and I just responded back to him, wow, you're so woke. And aren't you supposed to be somewhere like telling socialists how bad they are? I'm like,
what
the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Socialists are good, remember?
I suppose. No, yeah, I'm not having luck in searching for this. And you know what, guys, we're only 5 minutes early, so we're gonna turn it over to chat, and I'll just ramble on as we go. Remember, guys, that usually means we talk about sex, so that's your fault.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Questions, comments, concerns, throw them in the chat now. Don't forget, guys, after this, we will be playing the following over on 2 Cents Plus. And it should be fun because I don't remember how to play, and we play so many games. I don't remember where the controls are.
There was a question I was asked earlier that I promised I would give a response to, and I have to be reminded, but I reminded myself. So when Tailed Feature came in here, he said the very odd phrase, goat thrapple. And someone asked, what the hell is a goat thrapple? What is that? And I said, I'd tell the story. So many months ago now, I guess, I was at work, and I saw the Tailed Feature had started a live stream with, I believe, a fellow Scot. And he was making... I came into the stream as he was talking about the most Scottish-sounding city names that he knew of. They're so weird and so exotic and so Scottish that they could only be Scottish city names. And one of the first ones he named off was some place called Gwachthropple. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's spelled like Gwakthraple, all one word, Gwachthropple. But when I heard the way he said it, I heard it as Goldthrapple, the way his accent made it appear to me. So I messaged him back on the stream because he said it. Obviously, I didn't see it written down. I said, there's a city called Goatthraple? And he started cracking up, and he finally said, no, Gwachthropple. And I was like, no, Goatthraple. And so I found a city sign that actually exists in that town that just says the name of the town on it. It says Gwachthropple. And I did some very cheap paint/Photoshop on that sign to make it spell out Goatthraple in very believable text. And that's been a meme ever since. So now Tail's thing is fucking moo, and my thing to him is Goatthropple.
Anarchy Vance just came into chat and said hi, and I said hi back. And then she asked, when is your next monkey, or when is your next video? I'm getting asked that all the time. I think I'm going to make a shirt call and put across it, when is your next video? Thank you, Falcon Millennial. My sister just misread the title. Monkey goes to completion. Is that what that's?
Completion.
What the fuck? Catch me later. Catch me after the stream. James Colley, thank you. Monkey watched a stream for the same reason I watched the Obama coronation. Oh my God.
Oh,
that's bad. That is bad.
That is bad. Yes.
Wow. Make a video, you monkey shit fuck. That's not nice, Bear. And
wow,
that was irate Bear. Bear can.
Was it really?
Bear can talk to me like that. He's earned it. Yeah. It's late, man. You should be jumping in a muddy puddle.
Bear is to shit talking what cryptic is to Asians.
Oh my God! So I was watching Peppa Pig the other day.
What were you now?
I was with Grand Monkey.
Okay.
And we didn't have season 3, so I bought season 3. And season 3 focuses very heavily on Papa Pig. That's Peppa Pig's dad.
Yes.
And I am not kidding. There are so many episodes of this where Papa Pig reminds me of Irate Bear. It is not funny. Read my other comment, Monkey. All right. Hi, Ranting Monkey. Some guy had a crack at me over some BS yesterday, and he tried to say Jacob Mogg was a Christian fundamentalist and an extreme libertarian.
Who?
I don't know who that is. Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy Pig, not Papa. No, it's Papa Pig, I thought. Oh, yeah, you're right. It is Daddy Pig.
Oh. I'm glad Bear was there to correct you.
Yeah, Bear knows.
Mm-hmm.
That's like their national bird is Papa Pig. Let's see. Jacob Rees-Mogg. I don't know who that is. I'll have to look him up. Ranting Monkey, read the soap opera-esque blurb I posted a bit ago. Sure. This relates to what you will see tonight. Tonight on Zombie City, Satsu and Monkey try to go driving cross-country, but Monkey's cart is stuck in reverse. How will they escape the zombie horde? Tune in to 2 Cents Plus to find out. Dun dun
Ooh.
dun.
My God, it's like a throwback to ad night almost.
Ryan does excellent descriptions of our plays each night. It's really cool. Most of them end up in the Discord server, so check them out there. But they've started to make their ways into the streams and onto Twitter too, so it's great. Christian fundamentalist and an extreme libertarian. Yeah, those two don't really go together. Yeah, that's how do you do both? Let's see what's going on in chat here. Sorry, guys. It's not cool to your grand monkey as an excuse to watch Peppa Pig. Ranting Monkey, you should just own it. Okay, Sora, I'm not gonna lie. I like Peppa Pig. It is a good show. It's funny. Some of the shit they show and throw in there, especially in the later seasons, is just awesome. There's some deep political stuff in there. I've talked about this one before, but there's an episode where they're on the playground and it's International Day at their school. So every child is a different country. Oh. And at one point there's a fight because people want to get into the sandbox, and the teacher comes out, "What's going on?" And she says, "We want to get in the sandbox, but America and the others won't get out."
Oh, nice. Nice.
I was like, "Oh shit, well played." Yeah, I actually like Peppa Pig. It's a cute little show. Ranting Monkey, I'm a Catholic minarchist. What stereotype do I fit in?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Well, I suppose you could be both. You still believe, so I mean, you're just a minimalist about it. Why are animals so emotional, irate, and ranting? Have I ever done face cam? No, my internet will not allow it without. I would have to record a face cam video and then upload it, and we'll see. Maybe one day. I would prefer to do it on stream if I did it. Yeah. Ranting Monkey, how do you communicate with your ghost? I'm genuinely curious. I just talk to her when she's acting up, like she's there. Right, they're like, "Hi, how are you?" Well, not hi, how are you? Like, calm down, everything's fine. What do you need? Just like you would talk to anyone else. She doesn't talk back to me. She hasn't yet.
When she does, we'll know about it.
Oh, yeah.
Regarding that Peppa Pig episode, This is Kyle says, "I love the part where the teacher asks the students if they think this is how the countries act, and the kids answer back, 'Don't they?' Was legit funny." Yeah, it was. Bear says, "Monkey, can I post a poll real quick, please?" Of course.
Oh, is that
Whoa,
cool
hold
for
on.
posting a dick pic or something?
Yeah, I was about to say, is it your poll? Because that we don't do that here.
No, POLL, not POLE.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Make a show.
Faith says, "Has she blown you yet, Monkey?" No, dude.
Yes,
dude.
the filleting phantasm.
Be cool, man. Come on, be cool. Speaking of that, Ebony Williams asked, "What are 3 reasons men will turn down head?" Let's see. It's your mom. It's your sister.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's your grandma.
But not Weebo's grandma, right, Monkey?
Well, if it's somebody else's grandma, that's okay.
I mean, if she got like fucking beaver teeth, I'd be like, you know what?
Fucking beaver teeth.
I'm okay. Wow. I appreciate your generous offer.
Serious answers. If they're in a relationship already, that's. But when it's your aunt, it's okay, right, Monkey? Look, I have an aunt that I would bang like it was my goddamn job. She's not related to me. She married my uncle, so it's okay. Should you
That's
not
the
say
story,
that
and you sticking to it.
It's okay if it's not real family. You can bang people that aren't your family.
In a 3-way.
I love you, baby. Other than that, let's see. If they're in a relationship, if they're really not interested in you, although even then, I mean, most guys would be like, "All right, just do it once real quick."
These days, if she's had anything to drink prior.
Indeed, that's another good one.
Unfortunately, it's like even one drink is the gateway to possibility of accusation. And I hate to have to say it, but Henry Cavill was not wrong. These days, if you don't already have a really good idea of who you're dealing with, not worth the risk.
Yeah, dude, even if she's had a non-alcoholic beer, say no. Just wait.
Anything that could be construed as she might be under the influence of something, don't.
Oh
RJ
shit!
says,
9:59.
9:59. Are you out of your mind?
Okay. RJ says, for Halloween, I'm going to dress as Peg Bundy in a red-haired wig and wedding dress. What should I do with Al Bundy? Find somebody who's not interested in sleeping with you all and make them Al Bundy.
Or make the Al Bundy pregnant.
There you go.
Married with children.
James Colley says, braces, messed up grill, or she has a small mouth. Small mouth, dude. That's just tighter.
Nah, man, the fucking teeth dragging across your shit. That is not the business.
What if she's old and doesn't have teeth, or lives in a trailer park and does meth?
Have you ever gotten head from someone with no teeth?
No. Have you?
No comment.
Okay. Scribe simply must entertain us with his Southern gentleman, says Irate Bear.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And it's not because of Scribe Southern Gentleman.
Let's see. Hasn't signed the consent cards in triplicate. Yeah, that's God. It's such a fucked up world right now. It really is. What do you think about what Henry said with the chase part? Because that part didn't get as much attention as just the hashtag Me Too will make you a rapist, basically.
How do you mean? What I thought about it?
What you thought? Because I agree with him actually, and I was wondering if you did.
Well, yeah, I mean, the idea of, chasing isn't meant to be taken literally, but like courting, like pursuing, like trying to impress, the game of sort of, it's a natural, it's a part of nature, the mating dance, etc. Except in our case, we do, more sociable things, but we don't peacock any less. It's just a different way of doing it. That's how things should be. That's how you show that you're interested in someone, and also express to them your affection, your desire, your playfulness, etc. When you're scared to do even that, what is romance?
Well, he specifically says, if a girl says no, then you have to stop. And
right.
What he was talking about there was not sex. He was talking about the courting part of it. And exactly. It makes me think, what is one of the most popular women's books and movies of the last decade? It was The Notebook. And if you watch that, the guy, or read it, the guy was told no several times. And he actually goes to great extremes to impress her. That book can exist in hashtag Me Too because she told him no.
Right.
Not only that. Oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
Not only that, we have to talk about the fucking years and years and years of articles written by women on, men having to try hard to get you, or how to play hard to get, or all that shit. Just like everything to how to get men to pursue you, or how to know, all that shit. All this shit has been prominent. If you've ever been with a girl long enough and sit and watch this shit that she watches on TV, or look at the media that they consume, this shit is everywhere. So, what the fuck? I don't understand. I mean, I get it from fucking people who probably don't actually get courted in real life and wish they did, but are pissed off that other people do, so they're trying to ruin it for everybody else. But it's weird, man.
RJ has ever heard of a UK town called Wetwang or Shitterton? I actually have heard of Shitterton. One funny town names I see in the US are Money, Missouri, and Coupon, Pennsylvania. Here in Michigan, we have Hell. That is an actual place in Michigan.
Oh, that's a Mississippi too, right?
It might be. I know Hell, Michigan. I think we drove through Mississippi once. I've not been there.
There's a Hell, Mississippi. I'm pretty sure there is. I think
there was a town in Michigan when we first moved here that when I heard the name, I was like, what? And they finally changed it. It was N-word Creek.
Oh yeah, I think I read something on that.
Yeah, there's more to it, but yeah, it's like what? Because we moved here in the '90s and like that's not okay. But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of fucked up names out there if you go looking.
There's a burger joint in I think it was Japan. Might have been called N-word burger.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just
Ross
like,
Pagan says, I live in Michigan. You have my condolences.
N-word burger.
Everyone go check out Blue Mamba on Kickstarter and support it by picking one of the pledge tiers. Every supporter gets us closer to making the book for everyone. Follow us on Twitter at Blue Mamba Comic. Hope that helps you out, Jim. Jim's a good guy, been supporting us for a long time. Happy to be able to support back. Let's see. Freedom Noodle says sounds like my kind of town. I don't think so. That is a place where even like white supremacists don't want to go. Like, I ain't going there. They actually named the town that. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
You just get shot. Look, you get a good tan in that place and they'll shoot you. Let's see. I used to live in Michigan. I'm happy you got out. There's a city in Minnesota called Coon Rapids. Yeah. Like I said, there's, but see, I mean, if that's actually after raccoons, that's okay. You can't do it if it's a racial slur. If it's because there's a lot of raccoons there, it's all right. Satsu 2 cents. You dated normal women, not a sex negative feminist.
I have never dated a feminist, and it is a stretch to call most of the women I dated normal. So,
And Squishy is sure as hell not sex negative.
mm-mm.
For y'all that missed it, we ended one of our game streams one time with Squishy in the background chanting, "It's dick time."
Yeah.
That was awesome. I was like, get it, Squish.
I'm just like, yeah, bye, guys. I see you on the next one. She's like, about to get some dick. I'm just like, oh my God.
I like a woman who knows what she wants and goes after it. Good for her. I fucking love Squishy, dude. You got a good one there, man.
Oh, for sure. That's why she's still here.
I put a ring on it.
Right.
Kingslayer Damocles says, to be honest, I love living in Michigan. I'm torn on it. There's parts of Michigan I hate, mostly the weather. I grew up in the city, and I think my children did miss out some by not living in a bigger city. But I also think I never had to worry about them the way, because I know the shit I got into in the city as a child. And it just wasn't available to them. So I'm kind of happy for that. But yeah, I would much rather live somewhere else. Especially with the car insurance rates here. Fuck. I had a friend who moved from Texas who has really decent car insurance rates. And she thought she was helping her husband out. She called up the insurance place and told them that she moved to Michigan. And once you tell them that, your rates change instantly because that's where your car is housed now. Their insurance quadrupled.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ebony says, Squishy isn't normal? Please, you crazy as hell.
Squishy's awesome, though. I fucking love it. Love Squish. Sausage milk. That sounds like sperm.
Sausage milk.
They're talking about the Papa John's guy getting fired. Yeah, not only did they get rid of him, they're also removing him from his removing him from any of the what's the word I'm looking for here?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah, marketing.
Thank you.
And all the advertisements and things. His image is gone. I mean, I presume he still retains all of his stock, so it's not as if the business is doing well in his absence, he's going to be doing badly financially. But yeah, he says one word in a context where it made sense and was not directed as a slur at anyone, and he's kablamo.
Yeah, it's actually pretty amazing.
It does. Here's the thing: it doesn't surprise me at all, unfortunately, given today's environment, I suppose. But still, that is kind of amazing, all the same.
Yeah. Ebony asked me how far I am from Detroit. Without doxing myself, I'm on the other side of the state and much further north.
As far away as possible.
No, that would be like Sault Ste. Marie, and that's actually Wisconsin. We're not going to talk about that.
I don't know much about that part of the world. Being a left coast is the best coast person.
You know, there's a lot to like about Michigan. I should be nicer to it, but it's a shithole. Let's say this is obviously an attack on his race. If you're talking about Papa John, nah.
he's not hurting. I'm not. I don't. I mean, it's just the process of someone being defamed down to basically an absolute villain chased out of his own company is amazing. I don't have a lot of sympathy for the guy. Like he's going to be suffering or something. He's wealthy. He's fine.
Well,
yeah,
like
he's literally, excuse me, just saw the same scenario with what was it, Netflix and their PR guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Because he had talked about it in the he was talking about the comedy specials and things that might be said on there. And
right.
Oh my God, he said that word. So they fucking fired him over it.
You know, and I thought, and I've made this joke before, I thought Muad'Dib was the killing word. But it's got nothing on the N word. And if you know that reference, you're a sci-fi geek, that's fine.
Well, they're like I said, their stocks went up and he still owns like 30%.
Yeah, he still owns some stock.
Oh yeah, no, he's fine. I mean, but still, I mean, all the same, even though I don't particularly know much about the guy, but the stuff that I do know, I'm not that jazzed about as him as a person. All the same, he doesn't deserve to be turned into an absolute supervillain over that. That's bullshit.
Sarah Plyer wants to know if you're a hopeless romantic, Scribe.
Oh God, yes. Oh yeah. No, I'm sappy enough to have done, you know, practically every first date I've ever gone on. I've ended up buying flowers and stuff because I'm just a total sap. And you know, if they respond positively to that, then they're my kind of sap too, kind of thing. You know, yeah, no, I'm hopeless. I have no hope.
Scribe hands them the flowers, and they're like, "Oh, thank you." He's like, "You passed the first test."
Yes. You have chosen wisely.
I am a hopeless romantic, and it's why even with all the stuff we read, like what happened with Henry, I could never be a MGTOW, because I still. There's that part of me, you know, a man and a woman, or man and man, whatever, will find each other and love each other and happily ever after. That shit was just too ingrained in me. Speaking of which, did I tell you guys my daughter's getting married?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And we have a date now. My daughter's getting married on the 31st of next month.
Oh wow, we're getting married on the 9th next month.
Yeah, I'm a very sappy. I'm not going to be able to do this now. I'm going to be crying the whole time.
Oh,
that is my little girl. This is a true story. The song "Ready, Set, Don't Go" by Billy Ray Cyrus.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot listen to that song without crying.
Oh,
because the first time I heard it was when my daughter was getting ready to go off to college, and I was not okay with that because that's my little girl. Congratulations, Ranting Monkey's daughter. Yeah, I am very happy for her, but my wife asked me, "Are you going to walk her down the aisle?" Like, I will. If I have to crawl, I will do it, because that's my little girl and she deserves it. Sorry, what do we got? Scribe Light. So first the flowers, then the chains. Ask BG.
you know, well. Yes.
There you go.
I mean, that for lack of a better phrase, that chain of events has actually occurred more than once. It's true.
There you go.
Well, I was about to say, let's see how Scribe tiptoes around this one, because
no,
we know the answer is yes.
Yeah, it has happened, and not every time, and that's not some kind of lure or something, but it has been the case that such things have occurred. Yes.
So if you started with daisies, would that be a daisy chain?
Oh boy. Okay.
No, her name would have to be Daisy.
Okay, all right. Ranting Monkey, in Arizona, there's a town called Y and another called Santa Claus. Yeah. If you want to read something really funny, start reading all the weird laws that are still on the books in these states.
Oh yeah. I can't remember where it is. I think it might be in Ohio somewhere. But there's a law where it is illegal to walk down this particular street backwards while eating a donut.
Yeah. Here in Michigan, I believe it's still on the books. I know it was a few years ago. My wife can't get her haircut without my permission.
Oh,
that is against the law. I mean, she can do it. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, legally she can't.
Has anyone ever actually tried to enforce that law recently?
I don't know. I've never seen a story about somebody getting in trouble for it, but that is the law. So bitches, watch out. But that's okay. I had to have permission from my wife to get a vasectomy, and that wasn't a case of needing her permission. That was in a case of her insisting. But yeah, you have to get your wife's permission to get fixed here, and like that doesn't seem right. It's my junk.
Yeah.
In North Carolina, it's illegal to sing off key. Oh, North Carolina watchers, when we sing "Happy Birthday," I'm gonna need you to start muting us.
Wait, monkey. Her body, her choice. Remember,
her body, her choice, but not my body, my choice. Apparently.
Well, you're her property now, so
yeah,
her body, her choice.
Yeah, I've had that argument with women when they're talking about, my man is allowed or wants me to do this, and he doesn't own me. I'm like, bitch, I literally had to get my wife's permission to get my junk rewired. They wouldn't do it without her permission. Speaking of vasectomy, monkey, since you got one, do you still ejaculate? I do, and if you want confirmation, ask your mom.
Hold on.
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting that is a thing, considering like the talk we're having about abortion, like in the social climate right now.
You think?
That's very interesting. Like,
and it's that way in a lot of states.
That is super fucking interesting. Somebody should bring that up. I don't know if I can let that go after hearing that.
Ragnar, thank you. Hashtag not your choice. Yeah, indeed. You were saying, Scribe? I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. I was just about to say, if only the Equal Rights Amendment would be passed.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about making a playlist of Grand Monkey stories for her when she grows up? I have so many recordings of Grand Monkey, and I don't know about for when she grows up. She still likes watching them now.
Don't worry.
Lady Monkey joked today that she's going to start streaming on her channel with Grand Monkey once a week, and all. You should do that shit. People would love it.
Yeah, Squishy keeps joking about doing like a stream or something a week, and I'm like, girl, you better get on it.
A long time ago, Lady Monkey needs to start her own little show where she just sits and reads Grand Monkey stories with a microphone, just to listen to the both of them as they go, and that's it. Be great.
This is Kyle says, wait, the doctors actually needed your wife's permission to snip your shit. Yes. Yes. They're in charge of your reproduction. So much for reproductive freedom, huh?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I don't really have a problem with that. Not necessarily needing her permission, but at least her knowing it's happening. Because you are a couple, and that does affect both of you. But the idea that you need her permission is fucking bullshit.
Especially when you have no say in the other hand. It's like, so wait, you get to control whether or not I'm able to give you a kid. But when you have it, so they have control over the whole situation from beginning to finish. They have control over whether or not you have the ability to do so. And when they get pregnant, they have control over whether or not you're going to take care of it or not. So they got that whole thing down.
Thank you, Aniki. The Grand Monkey streams are so cute. That child is adorable. I wish you guys could see her. It just makes it even better. It's a weird combination because she looks exactly like my daughter did at that age, but she acts exactly like my youngest son does. My daughter was like the perfect child, and I'm not being a parent here. I mean, this is a child who put herself to bed. Her toys almost obsessively needed to be in the right spots. She never complained. She never fought back. My children didn't turn into normal children until my youngest was born, because he was the only one that was normal. The other two were like Stepford children when they were babies. And like, this isn't normal. And then the third one came along, and he's just so much his dad. I'm like, okay, now that I understand. He gets the worst ideas and acts on them before he thinks, or he used to when he was little. And that's what she does. She gets an idea in her head, and it is done. Did you hear about the black woman who beat the Mexican man with a brick? Yes, we actually covered that at least 2 nights.
Yeah, she got arrested, and she's being charged with attempted murder, and she should be, and I'm glad.
I did a video on Sean King about that, because Apparently, he thought it was super noteworthy until he found out she was black. And then all of a sudden, he's like, oops, sorry, I accidentally deleted that one.
Yeah, Matt Christensen did a great little video about the Young Turks reporting on that. And how
I told you guys about that shit.
Yeah, it was a little lacking. It was just a little lacking.
Tangentially related to that, did you guys see the video from that Applebee's beatdown?
No.
Yeah, there's 4 black women sitting at a table and a waitress, also black, if I'm seeing the video correctly. So race is not an issue in this, guys. They are all black women. The waitress accidentally bumps one of the girls, and she apologizes for it. And there's a little bit of the woman got bitchy about it. Well, the waitress accidentally bumps her again.
Oh no.
And the 4 women jump up. One of them stabs the woman in the arm.
What?
Yeah, and they just beat the fuck out of her, stole her tips, and then left without paying.
God damn.
Yeah, all 4 of them have been identified now because, there's security cameras everywhere. But I haven't heard that they've been arrested yet. And I just see this, like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
That's
you don't these are some big women. And the booth they're in is not very big. And I've never seen an Applebee's with aisles this small. But I don't see how she couldn't bump 4 big bitches sitting in that booth. Anyway, real quick, Talik, are you telling me it's your birthday?
Uh-oh.
I hope not.
Talik put a birthday cake in there, and it says Ranting Monkey. It's that day for me, so cake for everyone.
Talik, you don't live in North Carolina, do you?
Not only is it cake day for everyone, it's time for people in North Carolina to mute your mics. Everybody else, leave it on because Talik, are you there? Are you listening? This one is as much for you as it is to annoy Satsu. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, darling.
Yep, Squishy. I got to deal with this every day. You hear it?
Happy birthday to you. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. I really do. And Satsu, what do you mean you deal with this every day? We went like almost a week without singing.
I don't believe it. And I was here and I don't believe it.
Oh, man. That is harsh. Guys, we have 3 minutes left. So if there's anything you want to say, now would be the time. Squish, hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm about to go to sleep. I got to get up at 4.
Oh, that's Scribe time. Fuck that. That's what time Scribe gets up every morning, and I think he's weird for it.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I hope you sleep well.
I won't, but thanks.
Look, it's hot as fuck in this house, so she ain't lying.
Wait, Check Your Logic says, I wish you guys sang that beautifully when you sang to me. For the record, Scribe wasn't even using words that time. Oh my God. Laugh my ass off. What a great way to end the show. Y'all are awesome. No, we are okay. Our audience is awesome, and you guys are fucking amazing. Where'd the wolf guy go? He has a stream scheduled at 10 o'clock on Saturdays, and rather than the two of us just being smart and doing it on Wednesdays instead, but apparently he has streams then too. He just came and hung out with us for the first half of the show. So, but his information is down in the chat, not the chat. What's it called? The doobly doo.
There you go.
And so there. Okay, I want to say your singing sucks. BG, you bastard. See, that's why I don't read what you say during these streams, because you're mean to me.
Want to say? So
Fuck you, BG.
You didn't actually say it. You just want to say. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, so basically BG is the Jin of this stream.
You know what hasn't been said a long time to BG or other watchers of the 2 cents plus streams? Shut up, BG.
Oh, yeah.
Description, yes, that's the word, Jacob. Thank you so much.
Did we
That's-
tell
that's why
Scribe
we
about
do
that?
What's that?
Did we tell Scribe about Jen's issue when you live stream with her, other than her being a complete and total pervert?
No, but
Yeah.
she is a
What?
complete and total pervert, which is great.
Well, basically,
Which Jen are we talking about? Sorry, we know a few.
Jen Max, I think it's
Yeah,
in there.
I think
No.
it's Gen Max.
Yeah, she has a really very bad habit of whenever she thinks of something horrible to say, she'll say verbally out loud, "Oh God, I was gonna say something terrible," and then she'll say it
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Every
okay.
time.
every time. And I'm just like, why do you start off your sentences with "I was about to say something terrible" if you're still going to just say it?
It's a trigger warning. It's not an apology. It's a warning. It's like an FBI certification at the start of a videotape.
She's a Canadian, so she really means she's not going to say it, but she hangs around Americans, so it's corrupted her.
Oh well, if you say so.
Anarchy, yes, I am a hopeless romantic. And speaking of that, my 25th wedding anniversary is coming up here soon. So, guys, start donating big so I can buy Lady Monkey something small and myself something huge. With that, guys, we're going to wrap up this one. Chat, thank you so much. I said earlier, you guys are awesome, and I mean that. The interactions that you guys watch us every night. These super chats, thank you so much. I appreciate those more than I can say. Scribe, Satsu, a pleasure as always, gentlemen. Everyone, I hope you enjoy your time on the toilet later.
Wow, classy.
See you guys over on 2 Cents Plus. Don't forget to check us out.
Bye, guys. The secret word is